How do we exactly go about with preparing for CFA Level 1? The CFA eligibility criteria has been changed by the CFA Institute. We'll be splitting this part into three components. I'm Rashesh and let's jump into today's video. How to prepare for CFA Level 1. If you're already a CFA student or you're looking to pursue your CFA, odds are that you already know that CFA is an extremely valuable qualification, and the beauty about this qualification is that even when someone has partially completed, that means if they've completed only CFA Level 1, if they've completed only the first two levels, there is still a lot of value in the market for such part qualified CFAs. While it is obvious that if you complete your CFA studies, all three levels, become a charter holder, you have an extremely valuable qualification in your profile. Simply starting with qualifying and completing your CFA Level 1 is an extremely valuable start in itself. In today's video, we'll be talking about how you can ideally prepare for your CFA Level 1, clear the exam and start your journey. So guys, the very first thing that if you're not already aware of is that the CFA eligibility criteria has been changed by the CFA Institute. Previously, students in their final year of graduation, so if you look at the India's graduation cycle, if you're in a 3-year program like BCom, if you were in your third year is when you were eligible to give your CFA Level 1 attempt. Now the eligibility criteria has been updated and you can give your CFA Level 1 attempt in your second year itself. That's right, this is a significant change which allows you to cut short your CFA journey by a year. You can complete your CFA sooner because you can give your Level 1 exam in your second year itself. Notoriously, CFA is known to require 6 months at least of preparation to clear any level and especially your Level 1, because if you're not already aware, CFA's pass rates are not getting difficult as you move from Level 1 to Level 3. What I mean is, the pass rate for CFA Level 1 might be difficult, but it does not keep dropping as you go from CFA Level 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. So as long as you get the first level right and you clear it, once you've built that base, your Level 2 and Level 3 are just expanding on that knowledge, getting you more expert knowledge so that you become a master in the field of finance. We'll be splitting this part into three components. The attitude that you require, the efforts that you need to put in depending on which case you're coming from in terms of your academic journey, and the amount of preparation that is required. The very first thing and the most important thing is, of course, setting the right attitude. If you're watching these kind of videos, if you're looking and talking to your friends about pursuing a professional qualification, the word itself tells you that you need to have the attitude of a professional. Ideally, in the world, we look at careers where jobs are described as 9 to 5, but at times you need to start your day sooner, you need to end your day later. But a professional with the right attitude will look at the needs of the task in hand over and above the fact that his commitment is only from a 9 to 5. The same attitude applies to when you are studying for a professional qualification like CFA. If at certain days you require 3 hours of studies, 4 hours of studies, even 5 hours of studies, as long as your attitude is in place to put in the quality hours, you will be able to go through with CFA Level 1. Understand one thing, that this qualification's prerequisites are not that you're coming from a finance background. Someone from a non-finance background can very well put in the necessary amount of hours and clear CFA Level 1. As long as that is clear in your head and you're looking to clear CFA Level 1 with this attitude, by putting maybe 50 more hours than your friend or even 50 less hours than your friend, you will be able to clear CFA Level 1. Moving on to a more important aspect, your preparation. Ideally, the CFA Institute suggests that you put at least 200 hours of preparation or at least 200 hours of quality study time to clear your CFA Level 1 exam. This is obvious and you can connect it to the 10 subjects that you have to prepare for, the weightages that are given for each and every one of these subjects, and allocate time accordingly. What I mean is, something like your financial statement analysis or FSA subject in your CFA Level 1 holds about 25% to 30% weightage in your CFA Level 1 exam. Now, if you simply allocate the same amount of time of your total studies to the FSA subject, you know that you're moving in proportion to the importance of every subject and you're preparing in the right manner. A simple plan or a simple guidance that we give our students is that you try and break your week into two components, the weekday and the weekend. Depending on the difficulties in terms of your work schedule, you can commit to a study routine. For someone who has a standard weekday working schedule from a Monday to Friday, can allocate 3-4 hours on both Saturday and Sunday simply to learning concepts, and a further 2 hours on Saturdays and Sundays building on concepts by practicing exam level questions. And otherwise, from Mondays to Fridays, before they are starting their work day, when they are sitting with a fresh mind, spend 2 hours every day practicing exam style questions. For someone who is not working, the advice simply extends to putting in more hours on both the weekends and the weekdays. Maybe you would be able to afford putting a few less hours on the weekends and simply studying with whatever training provider you're going with, or if you're accessing recordings or doing self-study. Please do not underestimate your preparation when it comes to solving exam-style MCQs. CFA is an objective exam, which means it's purely MCQ based. And as long as you prepare with the right kind of study material and exam style questions, on the exam day, what you will feel like is simply you're giving a few more exam style questions, something that you've already practiced enough, and you will find the exam comfortable. The last part when it comes to talking about the exam comfort is obviously your mock exams. Here at Zell Education, we recommend and provide our students to do at least 3 mock exams before they are attempted. And there is a pattern to this. We recommend that you do your first mock 21 days before your exam, the second mock 7 days before your exam, and the third mock 3 days before your exam. What this does is, after your first mock, which is 21 days before the exam, it gives you 2 additional weeks to completely tweak your style after you've identified your weaknesses. And in the last 2 mocks that you give, you try and get an indicative score of what is it that you're expecting in the exam result. This gives you enough preparation to crack your CFA Level 1 exam. If you are coming from an accounts and finance background, say you're a CA, say you've graduated already with something like a BCom, a BFM, a BAF, these are all different specializations in commerce, you might have a small edge. But please do not overestimate this edge, as every professional qualification tests a candidate to the truest of their fundamental knowledge. Theoretic knowledge that you might have gained up till now might not be something worth relying on, and maybe you'll be able to save a few hours in terms of your technical understanding, but please do not underestimate the exam practice component in your CFA Level 1 exams. Finally, if you're an ambitious student and you're currently in your 12th grade or before this, and you already set your path and you want to pursue your CFA Level 1 qualification, going all the way to becoming a CFA charter holder, the advice I would give you is use the time that you have in your hands effectively. Students who wish to give their CFA Level 1 exams in the second year of their graduate studies can start preparing as early as their first year. But if you're in your 12th grade, right after your 12th grade, you get an even additional time span which you can build the most strong fundamental base in the field of finance using CFA Level 1. And when the time comes when you become eligible to give your exam in the second year, you are but rest assured to ace it. So please stay subscribed. Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section. And if you found this video to be helpful, let us know with your likes. Thank you.